Coming Out Simulator is a game that tells the personal story of a teenager whose boyfriend pressures him to come out to his strict parents. The game was originally a submission for a game jam in 2014, but has since gained a large following and support base. Nicky Case, the creator of the simulator, has since begun work in other projects and has taken with him a large fan base that he has gained through the popularity of the game. Coming Out Simulator takes you through the life of a single character, and contrary to the name, the goal is not to come out to the parents. Instead, the user is given no clear right or wrong answers. Users who want to come out may do so with heart-wrenching results, and users who do not want to come out may continue playing a double life with the boyfriend who expects honesty and the parents who would prefer dishonesty. Although I have to warn you, most of the endings do seem similar. But is the game fun? Yes and no. Many people have complained that the simulator lacks any compelling gameplay, because it is in essence a visual novel. It definitely asks for a certain amount of trust and attentiveness from the audience, and doesn't necessarily promise any happy rewards. Instead, the rewards are hidden within a massive narrative that one may watch with the same voyeurism we enjoy movies or novels with. This can be a hit or miss. Let's just say that for gamers who like to take a little time to consume their material and don't care as much for the gameplay than they do for the plot, Coming Out Simulator may have something poignant to offer. It is definitely different than other visual novels which have a very linear story pattern. Now that we're all caught up with the simulator, I wanted to take some time to discuss the game's educational value. Could the game be educational? It's easy to say that the intention of Nicky Case with the game was to publicize the hardships of coming out and to create more empathy for teenagers dealing with similar situations. However, Case in his website puts a different spin on it when he says, and I quote, "I realize now Coming Out Simulator 2014 isn't about being queer. You could say that it helps people empathize with the plights of gay teens, but it's bigger than that. People are in the closet about their religious beliefs, their politics, or odd little hobbies they have. I realize now that my game is about half-truths. It's the tension between needing to be who you are and hiding so that you can get by day to day." With this in mind, we can say that the educational goal of the game is more than to create empathy, but to also recognize that problems faced by teens coming out are transferable, since they mimic the problems faced by others. It all comes down to a question about how honest you want to live your life, and how honesty may not always be the best policy. The game's interface makes it very easy to pick up on this message. It is relatable to the audience because it mimics text messaging, something that young adults, the target demographic of the game, are well acquainted with. It takes this familiarity of text messaging and asks the user to engage with a narrative that is unfamiliar and furthermore to relate with it. Most players pick up very easily that they're meant to feel empathy for teens who face similar coming out problems highlighted in the game. Just by scouring the comments for Coming Out Simulator, it is obvious that the game has hit a nerve. From teens looking to understand this problem to parents who are rethinking their approach to their own children. From seeing these comments, we can assume that people, parents, and educators may react less aggressively to friends, children, and more who come out to them. Other players can also take the game and apply it to their own lives, which was the intent of Nicky Case when he made his simulator. As a final note, I really love this comment on Eurogamer, so I'm going to quote it. "It's very difficult to come out over anything, be it sexual, religious, or even as simple as switching football team support. I think that's what this gets at. Coming out is, at its very core, about honesty. Honesty is actually quite hard when you think about it. It challenges the status quo and changes the dynamic of relationships with other people. So often, the lie is easier to live with because you're not upsetting anyone." Thanks for listening, and if you are interested in playing the game, the link is provided below. I also have links to other sources I've consulted to create this video. They're all good reads, so please go ahead and check them out.